Well, I come from a medical family and we'd always talked very openly about death. And I experienced my father-in-law with his dementia dwindle away so painfully. And as someone full of love and compassion, how can we let people suffer at the end of life without a choice for a medically assisted death?
And to think anything other than this is the most logical and necessary law to change is absurd. The illogicality of the law as it stands at the moment is cruel. And having made a film, a feature documentary called Endgame, I have seen so many people suffering, their families suffering, the stories, the anecdotes, the tales that we've heard. And the suffering that people go through in life anyway, to be cut short of having that empowerment at the end of their lives just seems to me absolutely ridiculous, absurd, and unacceptable.
For many years I've been involved with people in the final stage of life, and more on a friend basis or family. Like I was with my mother, my father, my uncle when they were dying, and thankfully each of the deaths that I have experienced from a personal perspective have been very beautiful and very peaceful. I was in Switzerland with a guy called Omid that we took to his assisted death, and it was the most beautiful and serene experience I think that I've ever had. And he was so happy to know that his last day of life, his last day of suffering had finally come along. And I think this should certainly be a law, and more of us should be allowed to think in that way, that we can choose our moment of death.
I started getting involved with assisted dying through Unitarians, where we did a lot of work, and we were the sort of first religion to agree and support assisted dying. In fact, I think we're the only religion now. And then after that, I got involved because they asked for help. And I thought, well, I can do that because, you know, I've been through the subject, and my parents and my wife's parents both all suffered. And I thought, this is wrong. This has to change. There was no reason why they needed to suffer for so long. So that was where my heart is. And in fact, my cousin took herself off to Switzerland not so long ago for the same reason, you know, to avoid the suffering. So my heart's in avoiding unnecessarily suffering with people. And it's obviously been people close to me, but it's